A person whose job is to drive a car, especially for something rich or important, is called a chauffeur, motor chalak. A person who has the experience of many difficult parts of the world, cosmopolitan, sarvadesi. A person who is considered by other people to be strange, unusual, eccentric, sunky. A person who enjoys food and drink of high quality and knows a lot about it. Epicure, Bhogvilasi. The scientific study and comparison of the human races, ethnology, to officially state that somebody is not responsible for something that he has been blamed for. Exonerate, bury karna. Never giving up or getting tired of doing something. Indefatigable, atak. Too great or beautiful to describe in words. Infable, अवर्णनीय. Having made no legal will, intestate, बिना वसीयतनामा के. Eating all types of food, plants and meat, omnivorous, आत्मरतिक. A short story that teaches a spiritual lessons, especially one of those told by Jesus or recorded in the Bible, is called a parable, Niti Katha. A person who does not like or understand art, literature, music, etc. is called Philistine, a Siksit. An act of copying another person's ideas, words, or work and pretend that they are your own is called plagiarism in Sahityik Chori. A person who lives alone and likes to avoid other people is called recluse vairagi. A speech in a play in which a character who is alone on the stage speaks his or her thoughts. Soliloquy, Atmabhashan. To give up the position of being king or queen, abdicate, tyagna. Pleasant, friendly, and easy to talk to is called affable, milansar. The family of not being interested in or enthusiastic is called apathy, udasinta. A large body of water with many islands is called archipelago, deep samoa. Using more words than are necessary instead of speaking or writing in a clear or direct way is called circumlocution. कपटपूर्ण बातें. Warm and a sincere, cordial, हार्दिक. A person whose job is to be in change in charge of the objects or the works of art in a museum or art gallery etc. is called curator Sangrahadaksh. A person who is sent to deliver an official message from one country to another or to perform a special task is called emissary doot. lasting or used for only a short period of time is called ephemeral kshanik. kshanik. An exavered inscription, epigraph, Silalek. A person or thing that is a perfect example of a particular quality or type is called epitome, pratik. Continuing forever is called eternal, sanatan. Severe punishment used as a warning or at others is called exemplary, anukaraniya. A person living in a country that is not his own, expatriate, प्रवासी, माइग्रेंट भी बोलते हैं. लॉयल्टी, एक्यूरेसी, fidelity, सत्यनिष्ठ. A person who has escaped or is running away from somewhere and is trying to avoid being caught. Fugitive, Bhagoda, Nirav Modi. Liking to do with other people living in groups. Gregarious, Zundwasi. Animals that feed on plants. Herbivorous, Shakahari. A belief or an opinion that is against the principle of a particular religion is called Harsi, Vidharmi, Hersy. Traveling from the place to place, especially to find work is called itinerant, भ्रमणकारी, काम के लिए खोजने वाला. Place side by side, juxtapose, मिलाना. Someone who obtains pleasure from receiving punishment is called masochist. A person who is now and has little experience in a skill, job or situation is called novice, nausikia. Not clearly understand or expressed is called obscure, अस्पष्ट. Able to be touched or felt is called palpable, palpable, स्पर्शनीय. The crime of killing your father, mother, or a relative is called parricide. Perricide. A man who has sexual relationships with many different women is called philanderer. यानी इश्कबाज. The study of how people vote in elections is called psephology, चुनावी विश्लेषण. PSEPHOLOGY, psephology. A fictitious name used instead of his real names, pseudonym, उपनाम. A small room next to the kitchen in an old house originally used for washing dishes, etc. Scullery, Scullery. An old unmarried woman, spinster, Mayavati. True. The fact of not exploiting or showing what you are feeling when you are suffering. Stoicism, Vairagya. Able to do many things. Versatile, Bahumukhi. To take somebody away illegal, especially using force. Abduct, Apaharan. Fear of great heights. Acrophobia. Growing or existing in air, aerial, Hawaii. That can be understood in more than one way or not can be defined or stated, ambiguous, अस्पष्ट. A substance that helps to prevent inf- infection in wounds by killing bacteria. is called antiseptic रोगाणुरोधक. Showing or feeling no interest, enthusiasm or concern is called apathic उदासीन. Good at expressing ideas, feelings clearly in words, articulate, spust. Extreme desire for wealth, avarice, lobe, avarice. Connected with cows, bovine, bovine, goes आती है योगी आदित्यनाथ. True. Not caring about other people's feeling or suffering is called callous, kathor, callous. A person who is 100 years old or more is called centenarian. The act of designing and arranging the steps is called choreography, nritya kala. Center of attraction is called cynosure, Akarsan Bindu, Cynosure. A person without a home, a job, or property is called derelict. Sorry, derelict. आवारा व्यक्ति derelict derelict. Conversations in a book, play, or film movie is called dialogue संवाद. An intense persistence an intense persistent desire to drink alcoholic beverages to express is called dipsomania शराब की लत. A song sung in the past at the funeral or for the dead person is called dirge dirge. Remove completely from recognition memory is called effaced effaced. A person who is excessively connected or absorbed in themselves is egoist, अहंकारवादी. Freeing someone from the control of another, emancipation, mukti. A state of mental weariness from lack of occupation is called ennui, virakti, ennui. Feelings of disconnected around by someone else, poisons or qualities, envious, itsa. A speech or piece of writing praising somebody is called elogy, prasansa bhasan. Connected with an animal of the cat family is called feline, feline, बिल्ली से संबंध रखने वाला. Eats only plants animal, herbivore, शाकाहारी, बकरी. A person who holds unorthodox opinions is called heretic, विधर्मी, चारवाकोल. Something that is said or done to show respect for somebody is called homage, श्रद्धांजलि, गांधी के प्रति. A song of a praise is called Hyman, bhajan, Krishna का. A person particular way of behaving, thinking, etc., especially when it is unusual, is called idiosyncrasy, अनोखापन. Not allowed by law is called illicit, अवैध. Strong and impossible to defeat or change is called impregnable, abhedya. That cannot be removed or erased is called inedible, amit, satya. Accuse formally of a crime, indict, abhiyog lagana. That cannot be stopped or changed inexorable, निष्ठुर. The act of confining someone in a prison is called internment, nazarbandi. The sound of a bell sung slowly to announce a death or a funeral, the end of something, is called knell, Knell. Everything you can see when you look across a large area of land is called landscape, paridrashya. A medicine, food, drink that makes somebody empty their bowels easily is called laxative, Laxative. A story from ancient times about people and events that may or may not be true. It's called legend, deep charitra. One who talks a lot is called loquacious, batuni. The belief that there is only one God, monotheism, Ekeswarvad, subject to death, moral, Nasvan. A person who has recently started an activity is called neophyte, Nausicaa. The behavior of a woman who has or wants to have sex very often is called nymphomania, Ulfi Javed. The act of obeying, obeisance, other, Obeisance, able to do anything, omnipotent. Study of treatment of tumors is called oncology, कर्करोग विज्ञान. Rich and superior in quality, opulent, dhani. A formal speech made on a public occasion, especially as part of a ceremony, oration, bhasan. Branch of medicine concerned with children and their diseases is called pedi- pediatrics. An ardent and enthusiastic supporter of some person or activity, partisan, pakshapatpurn. The act of stealing small amounts or small articles is called peliphrase, chori. Someone who uses another person's words, ideas as if they were this his own is called plagiarist, sahityik chor. An usually gifted, intelligent young person is called prodigy, adbhut vastu. A person who has been converted to another religious or political belief is called proselyte, proselyte, Proselyte. An obsessive desire to set fire to things, pyromania, dahanunmad. Money that is paid to kidnappers, ransom, firoti. Greedy for money, rapacious, lalchi. To move away from a place or to back off, retreat, पीछे हटना. The state of being very important and worth protecting, sanctity, pavitrata. Optimistic in a apparently difficult situation, sanguine, asavadi. Someone who habitually doubts accepted beliefs, skeptic, SECPTIC, sandhyavadi. A person who claims that he has can be what is going to happen in the future, Seer Pegambar. The scientific study of earthquakes is called seismology, Seismology. Lozy. A person between the ages of the 17 and 79 is called septuagenarian. A temporary stay is called sojourn, sojourn, डेरा डालना. The right to vote in political elections is called suffrage matadhikar. A building where the Jews, Yehudi, meet for religious worship and teaching is called synagogue. 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 A person who does not drink alcohol is called teetotaler. Teetotaler. Connected with or limited by time, temporal. Sticking together, tenacious. संलग्नशील. The way of the parts of something are arranged and related is called topology. A person who works against his country is called traitor. Continuing for a short time is called transitory. Sakshi. Not important or serious, trivial, tuch. Trivial. A child who stays away from school without permission is called truant. 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 A person who deliberately destroys or damages public property is called vandal. Vandal. Profoundly honored is called venerable. Sammanit. Habitually speaking the truth or precisely accurate is called veracious. Satyapriya. Exactly as spoken, written, or work for work is called verbatim. A person who has a lot of experience in a particular area or activity is called veteran, anubhavi. A lot of bullets, stones, arrows, etc., that are fired or thrown at the same time is called volley, fire, volley. A person who is fanatical and uncompromising in pursuit of their religious, political, or other ideals is called zealot, Kattarpanthi, Zealot. A fact, an action, or a way of behaving that is not usual or disorder in one's mental state. Aberration. Aberration. A shortened version of a written work is called abridgment. Sanshiptikaran. A fugitive who runs away and bides to avoid arrest. Preoccupation is called absconders. Farar. Against something is called abstain. Bachna. Difficult to comprehend or obscure is called abstruse. Zatil. Praise or an award for a achievement that people admire is called accolade. Accolate. Sympathetic compatibility is called accord. Anroop hona. An entertainer who performs difficult acts such as balancing on high ropes at a circus is called acrobat. Kalavaz. The ability to make good judgments and take quick decisions is called acumen, kusagrata. A person who is good at doing something that is quite difficult is called adept, nipun, adept. To stick firmly is called adhere, chipakna, adhere. Quick or skillful or adept in action or thought is called adroit, nipun. Associated by chance and not an integral part is called adventurous, akasmic. Having complete power is called almighty. A cordial disposition is called amity, amity, mealjol. Having no definite form or distinct shape is called amorphous, anakar. A collection of poems is called anthology, anthology, resembling a human being of a form, anthropod, manvakar. The state of having rejected your religious beliefs or your political party or a cause is called apostasy. So, Dharmaparayan. One who abandons long held religious or political convictions is called apostate. Apostate. Approval, appre- approbation, manjuri. An extreme fear of drawing is called aquaphobia. A person who is expert in the use of a bow and arrow is called archer. Archer. A place where arms are kept is called armory. Armoury. A criminal a criminal who illegally sets fire to property is called arsonist. A person who does skilled work making things with his hands is called artisan silpkar. Roughness, hoarseness, ill temper, irritability is called asperity, chidchidapan. To give somebody something that he can use or some work or responsibility is called assign, sompna, ASSIGN. A positive declaration intended to give confidence is called assurance, aswasan, assurance, ASSURANCE. Widely separated, especially in space, is called asunder, alag alag. An official examination of a dead body by a doctor in order to discover the cause of the death is called autopsy. AUTOPSY. Subparikshan. AUTOPSY. Autopsy. Having an extreme desire for wealth is called avaricious, lalchi. A strong feeling of not liking somebody or something is called aversion. Aversion. A rule or principle that most people believe to be true is called axiom. Axiom. Having little or no hair on the head is called bald. Bald. Bedemaster. True. A large bundle bound for storage or transport is called bale. Gaunt. BLE. Disposed to avoid notice. Baseful. Sankuchi. A large or dangerous animal is called beast. जानवर. To track somebody into doing something by being nice to them is called beguile. Modna. Beguile. Beguile. A large group of people thinks of the same kind of girls, young women, baby. Zund, Bevy. The removal of tissues from the body of something who is ill and its examination in order to find out more about the disease is called biopsy. Biopsy. Very strange or unusual is called vijayari. Vijare, vichitra. A white-skinned woman with dark brown hair is called Brunty. Bruntte. A fancy-like structure around a desk is called bulwark bandh. A person who enters a building illegally in order to steal is called burglar. Sandmar. Burglar. Loud, confusing, disagreeable sounds is called cacophony. Kolahal. Connecting with dogs is called canine. Canine. A covered vehicle used for living by gypsies is called carvan. Carvan. Kafila. A funny drawing picture of a somebody that exaggerates some of the features is called caricature, Vyangchitra. An amusing drawing about politics, events, or in the news is called cartoon. A courtly gentleman, especially one act as lord's escorts, is called cavalier, ghursavar. Of the sky, heaven is called celestial, akasiya. The state of living unmarried is called celibacy, celibacy, celibacy. A person who has chosen not to marry is called celibate, abhivahit, celibate, celibate, abhivahit. One word substitution. A short journey for pleasure is called excursion, Sair Sapata. A man who is recovering from illness is called convalescent. A person who starves the body for the good of the soul is called ascetic, yogi sati. A very delicate flaw or mistake which is not expected from the person making it is called solecism, pramad. A court or open space, usually rectangular and enclosed by a building, is called quadrilateral prangad. Bringing about gentle and painless death from incurable disease is called euthanasia, ichha mrityu. Break up into small parts as the result of impact or decay is called disintegrate. Beyond correction is called incorrigible, sudharatit. Belief in many gods is called polytheism, bahudevad. Building in which dead bodies are kept for a time is called mortuary. Concerned with beauty or the appreciation of beauty is called aesthetic, aesthetic. Chief or commander of army is called general senadaksh. Continuity for a long period of time without interruption is called perpetual satat. Conferred as an honor is called honorary kirtikar. constant effort to achieving something is called perseverance, adhyavsay. Decrease or fade gradually before coming to an end is called pater, समाप्त हो जाना. Deriving pleasure from inflicting pain is called sadistic, perpedak. Drug which causes people to sleep easily is called soporific, nidrakari. Detailed plan of journey is called itinerary, yatra vivaran. Difficult or impossible to read is called illegible, apatya. Extremely happy, peaceful or picturesque, idealistic, काव्यात्मक. Excessively lengthy speech is called वर्ग शब्दाभंडार. Experts who scientifically study insects is called entomologist, कीट विज्ञानी. Especially skilled in storytelling is called a raconteur. Existing only in the mind is called imaginary, काल्पनिक. Fear of the fire is called arsonophobia, agni bhiti. Free from disturbance called tranquil, prasant ya sant. Full of twists and turns is called tortuous, घुमावदार. Falsification of documents etc. is called forgery, jalsaji. Feeling annoyed at the sight of the unfair treatment is called indignant, rust. Greedy for money is called rapacious, ati lobhi. Government by officials in a state is called bureaucracy. Gratify an immoral or distasteful desire is called pander, dalal. Government by person of highest social order is called aristocracy. Group of people living together in the same locality is called community samudaya. Having in a space small smell or taste is called rancid, badbudar. Having to do with artistic beauty is called aesthetic. Having been legally declared financially insolvent is called bankrupt, diwaliya. Hard to please is called fastidious, tunak mejaz. High sea waves caused by underwater earthquake is called tsunami. Interrupt with derisive or aggressive comments or abuse is called heckle. Heckle. Indifference to pleasure and pain is called stoicism, vairagya. Introductory part lines to a discourse or play is called prologue. Intentional damage to the arrest production, sabotage, तोड़फोड़ करना. Imposed or a restriction on is called constrained, लाचार या मजबूर. Just punishment for wrongdoing is called nemesis, नियति या सजा. Killing one's sister is called sororicide, भगनी हत्या. Lifeless object is called inanimate, बेजान या निर्जीव. Line at which the earth or the sea and sky seem to be meet is called horizon, क्षितिज. Lack of feeling is called apathy, संवेदन शून्यता. Liable to be easily broken is called brittle, क्षणभंगुर. Medical study of skin and its disease, dermatology. Make pale by excluding light is called etiolate, पीला करना. Materials that change naturally by the action bacteria is called biodegradable. Measures taken to please the people, popular. Murder of a brother is called fratricide, bhrata. Not being what it purports to be is called spurious, nakliya jali. No longer in child, but not yet an adult is called adolescent, navayavak. Not suitable for eating is called inedible, akhadya. No longer in existence or use, obsolete, luptapray. Not easily pleased by anything is called fastidious, tonak mejaz. One who lives on fish, piscivorous matsyahari. One skilled in telling stories is called raconteur, मजेदार कहानियां सुनाने वाला. One who walks in sleeps, somnambulist, नींद में चलने वाला. One who is honorably discharged from service, emeritus. One who is determined to the take of full revenge for wrongdoing done to him is called vindictive, pratisodhi. Put off for a future time is called procrastinate, talna. Proposition made as a basis for reasoning without the assumption of its truth is called hypothesis. Person who eats too much is called gluten P2. Put just side by side is called juxtapose, मुकाबला करना. Placing a thing beside another is called juxtapose, पास पास रखना. Receiving guest warmly, hospitality मेहमानवाजी. Reduction in tax or debt rebate, कटौती. Resulting in death or ending in disorder is called fatal, प्राणघातक. Right or advantage available to a person is called privilege, विशेषाधिकार. Return the same sort of attack is called retaliate, बदला लेना. Science of the constitution of the whole universe is called cosmography, सृष्टि वर्णन. Sea with a group of many islands, archipelago, कीटपुंज. Speak in a very low tone is called whisper, धीरे धीरे बोलना. Search for something is called quest, तलाश. Showing a lack of courage or confidence is called timid डरपोक. Tale that brings bad reputation to something is called scandal, kalank. To make evasive or misleading statement is called prevaricate, झूठ बोलना. The practice of taking exorbitant or excessive interest on the money lent is called usury, ब्याजखोर या सूदखोर. To move along with quick short wings, wriggle, टेढ़े मेढ़े चलना. The killing of human beings, homicide, मानव हत्या. Unwelcome aspect of a situation is called flip side. Underground place for storing wine or other provisions is called sailor तह खाना. Use force or threats to the get someone to argue the something is called coercion, बल प्रयोग. Very dramatic is called histrionic, पाखंडी या नाटकीय. Which can be rooted out is called eradicable, निर्मूल करने योग्य. Which can be easily be carved without breaking, flexible, नरम. With no particular order or the plan is called haphazard, बेतरतीब. Walking in sleep, somnambulism, नींद में चलने वाला. Wildly unreasonable or illogical, ridiculous is called absurd, असंगत. Wild imagination is called fantasy, अवास्तविक विचार. Widespread scarcity of food, famine, akal. Words written on the tomb of a dead person is called epitaph, smriti lake. Words uttered imperiously about God is called blasphemy, is ninda. Wild and noisy disorder, pandemonium, skolahal. Yearly celebration of the date of an event is called anniversary. A place where animals are killed for food is called abattoir, kasai khana. A man who is the head of a monarch monastery is called abbot, A-T-T-O-T, mathadhikari. To formally give up is called abdication, औपचारिक रूप से त्यागना. Ritual washing of the body is called ablution, धार्मिक स्नान. Hard to punishment is called abstruse, समझने में मुश्किल. A part of a sea is called bay, खाड़ी. A stretch of a sand is called beach. A person who is fond of fighting is called bellicose, ladaku. Engaged in war fight is called belligerent. One who gives financial help to a school or hospital is called benefactor. One who loves and collects books, bibliophile, pustak premi. That which happens once in the year is called biennial, Devarsik. One who is filled with narrow and prejudiced opinions called bigot, Kattar. Animal with 2 feet is called vibed, Dopaya, WIPED. Perfect happiness called bliss, Charamsukh. A series of cabaret dances called cabaret nritya. Harsh sound is cacophony, Sruchi ka tattva. Persuade by flattery is called cajole, खुशामद करना. One who eats human flesh is called cannibal, नरभक्षक या राक्षस. Overturn in water is called capsize, palatna. A language that is no longer spoken is called dead. Political leader who delivers sentimental speeches is called demagogue, janottejak. Morally bad or evil is called depraved, भ्रष्ट चरित्र का. Express earnest disapproval of is called deprecate, विरोध करना. The medical study of the skin and its diseases is called dermatology. One who witnesses secretly to private is called eavesdropper, निजी वार्ता. A man who is womanist in his habits is called effeminate. Fit to be chosen or qualified, eligible. One who is honorably discharged from service is called emeritus. A person sent on a mission called emissary, jasus. False or mistaken belief is called fallacy, bhram. One who is hard to please is called fastidiousness, nakhrebaz. Resulting in death, fatal or moral or janleva. Animals of a certain region is called fauna, pranijat. Complete failure is called fiasco, पूर्ण असफलता. To play games of chance is called gamble. Science and art of preparing and apparently food is called gastronomy. Extermination of race or community is called genocide. Eat fast, noisily and eat fast, noisily and greedily is called gobble. लालची की तरह खाना. Animals that live in flocks, gregarious, समूह में रहने वाले. Faithful supporter, henchman, sevak. Having enormous strength or size is called Herculean, अति पराक्रमी. Large scale of depreciation of fire is called Holocaust, पूर्णाहुति. A post for which no salary is paid is called honorary, अवैतनिक. Fond of entertaining guests is called hospitable mehmanwaz. One who opposes establishment, institutions, or beliefs is called iconoclast. The worship of idols or images is called idolatry, murti pujan. Contrary to law is called illegal, avaidh. A trade or act prohibited by law is called illicit, avaidh. Free from infection, immune, pratakshit. Placing a thing beside another, juxtapose, sannidhan karna. A person who compiles a dictionary, a lexicographer. The science of reasoning is called logic, Tarak Shakti. Morning prayer, matins, M-A-T-N-S. One who acts only for money is called mercenary, Kirai Katattu. Having naturally simplicity of nature, Neva is Siddha Ka Sada. One who is recently married is called newgamist, Nav Vivahit. Excessive sensitive, anxious or obsessive, neuralic संवेदनशील, newly developed and unfamiliar is called newfangled, नई अजनबी चीज. Person of no importance is called nonentity, अस्तित्वहीन. Person who is opposed to enlightenment is called obscurantalist, ज्ञानोत्तेजित विरोधी. Funeral rites, obsequious, अंतिम संस्कार. Having every form of a or shape, omniform, सर्व स्वीकृति. Comprising all kinds, omnigenous, सब प्रकार का. A garden of fruits is called orchard, फलों का बगीचा. Elaborate public spectacle is called peasant, तमाशा. Food or drink that has a pleasant taste is called palatable, स्वादिष्ट. Piece of writing full of praise, panegyric, प्रशंसा पत्र. Dramatic performance with dumb show, pantomime, मूक अभिनय. Sexual partner or lover is called paramour. Repeat the main points is called recapitulate, संक्षेप में दोहराना. One who lives alone and avoids company, called recluse, एकांतवासी. Bring about harmony or agreement is called reconcile, मेल मिलाप करना. Too much official formally, red tapeism, लाल फीता शाही. Unwilling, reluctant, अनिच्छुक. Treating treating something holy without respect is called sacrilege, पवित्रता भंग करना. Bitter and ironical remark is called sarcasm, ताना. Violent and uncivilized savage, जंगली. One who is doubtful is called skeptic, संदेही. Cry out in a shrill voice is called screech, चीखना. Fit of bad temper or anger is called tantrum, आवेश. One who betrays one's country, traitor, देशद्रोही. One who violates rule or law is called transgressor, papi, अपराधी. A truth which is often repeated is called truant, gaddar. So turncoat. Consent of all is called unanimous, एक बात, एक मत. Killing of one's wife is called a uxoricide, पत्नी हत्या. Foolishly fond of one's wife is called uxorious or henpecked. Repetition of writing words for word is called verbatim शब्दस. One who possesses mainly talents, versatile, bahumukhi. Evening prayer in the church is called vespers. Flowers fastened in a circle is called a wreath, Wreathe, Puspahar. Journey by water or sea is called vogue, Samudri Yatra. Bearing living young ones and not eggs is called Viviparous Saji Prajak. Highly poisonous effect is called virulent, Jahrila. That which can be conquered is called vincible, जिसे जीता जा सके.